Hi, you're watching Youth and Work series. I'm Amrit Sabharwal and you're here on RPTV. Today we have two special guests, Richel and Alec.
Hello.
We will be talking about experiences they've had with their injuries. So please tell us a little about your involvement with the Legal Aid Clinic.
So I got involved with the Legal Aid Clinic because I got injured at work, and Linda Benucci was my lawyer. And currently I am one of the board members of the Toronto Workers' Health and Safety Legal Clinic.
Okay, so could you tell us a little about your injuries, your work injuries that you've had? So Richel first.
I was 18 when I got my first job. I was working at KFC and Taco Bell, and I got second-degree burns from hot boiling water. Yeah, it was not a good sight and good experience. I still feel a bit traumatized about it.
How did you get them?
So there's this machine where we get like the hot boiling water, and the platform was already wiggly to begin with, but I was questioning it before, but all my co-workers were like, it's fine, Richel, like we've been using it for years.
Wow.
You shouldn't have any problem. So I continued working on doing the daily tasks, and during closing night, I was filling up the pitcher with hot boiling water, and I got distracted for 1 second. It was already filled up, and because the platform couldn't hold it any longer, it spilled on my right thigh.
Oh.
It was terrible because the first thing that I did was to get like the faucet and turn it on my like submerge my legs in cold water. And then I was soaking wet, and I was a bit shocked, to be honest. I didn't know what to do. I didn't instantly feel the pain because I was like, what just happened? It was all so quick. And afterwards, I went to my boss and I told him I want to go home. Like I just got hot boiling water on my legs, and it's starting to feel like I'm burning. And he was like, but we're not done yet. We haven't finished up cleaning. And I was like, but I'm all wet, like I need to get home. So my home was 30 minutes away. I biked home for 30 minutes. And when I saw the second-degree burns, I was like shocked. Like I didn't know what was I thinking to even bike home and not call for a taxi cab. And that's when I called a taxi cab and went to ER.
So what did you do after? Did you go back to work?
I had a big cast on to cover my burns, and I was off work for 2 weeks, I believe, and then I started working back again. And WSIB, which is Workplace Safety and Insurance Board, covered the my payment, my hourly rate while I was off work. But my co-workers were all like, I felt they were not too happy that I complained about the machine when I got back, because I was like, what is this still doing here? And I also called up the owner of KFC and Taco Bell, because she was the one who initially hired me, the one who owned the franchise, and she apologized that I had an injury and how come I didn't know anything about the first aid policy that they had. And I was like, I was never informed about it.
Wow. What did the owner do? Did they replace the machine or?
No, when I was there for 2 weeks, I stayed on the job for another month, and they never changed it.
Wow.
So that clearly tells you that the company I was working with had vested interest not to keep, it's gonna cost them more to replace the machine, and that they really didn't have any policies in place when an injury happens. So in retrospect, I feel like I should have known what my rights were as a worker there, and that I had a voice to complain about what was happening, and also to refuse unsafe work. If that machine was not good enough to put that hot boiling water, then I should have said, no, I don't feel comfortable doing my work with this kind of machine.
It's quite a story.